This is one of my family's favourites. It's a noodle dish packed full of warming chai flavours, perfect for keeping you going on an action-packed day out. To me, this is like the porridge, but the Bangladeshi version. And it's my favourite. It's not just about the kids, it's about me too. This is the fun bit. Crunch up vermicelli noodles and toast them. You know that smell of baking a cake? I don't know what it is about when you toast these noodles. It smells like I'm baking a cake in the house. That's probably what drags them out of bed. You gotta be careful. You can't leave this. You can't just kind of walk away because it goes from being light brown to dark brown so quickly. I'm gonna just turn that down because I don't want it to go any more. I wanna just keep that heat on, but it will turn so fast. When the noodles are ready, add a bay leaf, cinnamon stick and a cardamom pod. This gives it a chai flavour. I can already smell those spices. They've got a bit more work to do though. My mum's version of this dish has lots of butter and whole milk, but I want to do something lighter. I love mum's version and I make it all the time, but this version is like really coconut heavy. Really making something like this, I'm kind of setting the kids up. We're ready for a really long day, but all it does is make me want to stay home and eat some more. When all the coconut oil has melted, add caster sugar. I'm gonna admit that I really like it sweet. I like it really, really sweet. So I've got the coconut cream in. I'm gonna let that come to the boil and then turn it down and let it just cook slowly till those noodles are totally soft. And just for some extra coconutty goodness, I've got some coconut flakes. And these are really nice just as they are, but they taste even better when you toast them. It's worth the extra step. Breakfast is nearly ready. I am solely responsible for burning the most coconut chips in the world. You know how everybody has a preference as to how thick they like their porridge or how thin they like their porridge? This is, again, the exact same thing. If you like it really, really thick, cook it down, let it take its time, get it really nice and thick. But if you like it really thin, then, you know, add a little bit more coconut cream, loosen it up. It's up to you. This is like your porridge, but with noodles instead. That is done. That's how I like it. That is my childhood all in one mouthful. Creamy, toasty vermicelli in chai spices with my little addition of toasted coconuts. Chai spiced vermicelli, warming, wholesome with a spicy kick. The perfect breakfast to set you up for a long day out. The one thing that drags my lot out of bed on a Saturday morning is a cooked breakfast. And this smoky spinach shakshuka does the trick. Shakshuka is a traditional Middle Eastern breakfast that literally means a mixture. It's packed with flavour and my one is dead simple. It all starts with chopped garlic and oil. So cooking up the garlic till it's just kind of a light brown. And now I'm going to add some spring onion. Season and add a spoonful of tomato puree. It's got a rich, deep, concentrated flavour of tomato that you don't get with just tomatoes alone. My dad used to collect these and then dry them up and then scare us and say, look, there's a spider in my hand. My kids are at the age where they're still waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, ideally, I'd love it if they slept in a little bit longer, but our weekends start very early and end very late. So they need feeding all the time. So that is perfect. It's cooked down. You can see all the tomatoes are kind of like all mushy. That only takes a few minutes. And now I'm going to add my spices. I've got my smoked paprika. I love this stuff. Oh, my goodness, I put this in everything. And then I'm going to add some cumin seeds. And now I'm going to add my spinach. So just be careful, because they have a tendency of kind of going everywhere. A bit. Right, so... See what I mean? There you go, look. Spinach seems to want to always go rogue. It never stays put. Saturday mornings is the only time in the entire week where we just get to just sit and we can relax and we can just kind of enjoy being a family. Right now, this is when the kids come running in and they'll say they want to crack the eggs in, but not today. I'm going to leave the fun bit for me. And I just pop the lid on.
It'll just take a few minutes for the whites of the eggs to poach. It's the perfect moment to toast some bread.
And this is a great way to do toast on a griddle. Ow, burn your fingers. And look at that, that's got like rich, smoky spinach sauce around the outside, and the egg whites have just cooked, just poached, but the yolks I can see are still runny, and that is perfect. And then just to finish it off, I like to add just a sprinkling of chili flakes. This is such a good way to start our morning, making sure that it's given us enough fuel for the rest of the day.
Smoky spinach shakshuka, the perfect start to a wind-down weekend.
This breakfast is wholesome and delicious, and the beauty is you make it and you leave it in the fridge, and the longer you leave it, the tastier it becomes.
My mango Lassi Bircher is great to make in advance, so you've always got something tasty, filling and nutritious to grab for breakfast on those manic weekday mornings.
So I'm not suggesting you toast your almonds on a busy Monday morning. This is the kind of thing that I do the night before.
Tinned mango pulp is the key ingredient of my Bircher.
You could use whatever you like. You could go wild, you could use any soft fruit. Look at that colour. That is a psychedelic Bircher.
Throw in a few chopped mint leaves and the zest and juice of a couple of limes.
I have noticed recently at these really fancy coffee shops, you can get little pots, tiny little pots of Bircher. Like, I don't feel great spending that much money and having like a teeny little bit of Bircher. No. But you know what? It's porridge, it's a bit of puree. Why can't I just do this myself? And it's so much cheaper to make at home.
Pour in around 200 mils of milk.
So I'm using almond milk. I've got almonds in this Bircher, so why not use almond milk? They just go together. That smells really good. So now, I'm gonna add my porridge oats. And my dad's not a big fan of Bircher. He's like, well, you haven't cooked it, so it's not really porridge. I'm like, but it's not porridge, Dad, it's Bircher, it's completely different. And he's like, I don't get you, young folk, you don't cook your oats. It's like, it's okay, Dad, it's not that bad. I still haven't convinced him yet. Straight in. This is kind of where the magic happens. These oats go from being these tiny little flakes, and they kind of soak up all that mango, the almond milk, and they become plump. And then the last little bit, I've got my almonds. I'm going to keep one half for topping with, and the other half I'm going to throw in there. And that's literally it. All I need to do is cover it up. And I've got one in the fridge from last night.
The fab thing about this breakfast is that you can make it ahead of time and have it waiting in the fridge, ready for those busy weekday mornings.
When you've got something as delicious as this in the fridge, you've got to stake your claim. Or mine.
I like to eat my Bircher with fresh mango, a bit more freshly chopped mint, and finally the rest of the toasted almonds.
Who says breakfast has to be time-consuming and tasteless? It can be delicious and wholesome and beautiful, just like this mango lime Lassi Bircher. Who knew easy could taste this good?
This is the perfect breakfast to set you up for another busy day. swirls are laced with coffee and chocolate and topped with a sticky espresso icing. Your guests will love them.
So I'm going to start off with the filling for my mocha swirls. And the first thing I'm going to do is add a tablespoon of butter.
To the melted butter, add 2 tablespoons of espresso powder and 2 of cocoa powder, 65 grams of soft brown sugar, and 100 grams of finely chopped dark chocolate.
I've just mixed that up and I'm just going to pop that to a side. That's done, ready. Now for my dough. Grab a bowl. Have you ever had a cinnamon swirl before? Well, this is like a cinnamon swirl, but without the cinnamon and with the mocha. It's such an easy thing to bake, but it makes you look so accomplished.
For the dough, put 450 grams of self-raising flour, 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, and a pinch of salt into a bowl and give it a quick mix.
So that's my dry ingredients onto my wet ingredients. So I've got 100 grams of melted butter, and then to that, I'm going to add 200 mils of milk. Make sure when you've melted your butter that it's cooled.
Add a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste for flavour and 2 egg yolks.
So, and this is why you want to make sure that your butter is cold, because I'm putting egg yolks in here, and I don't want scrambled eggs before I've got mocha swirls. Give everything a good mix around, and then back to my dry ingredients. So I'm going to make a little well in the centre, and then add all my wet ingredients straight in. And this is the kind of thing that I would have for breakfast. You know when somebody comes over to stay, like it beats cereal and toast. It feels like you've really made an effort.
Sprinkle a little flour onto the work surface, knead and roll out the dough. Aim for around 30 by 25 centimetres.
Even though I like to freestyle occasionally, I think a ruler is an essential kit for anyone who's baking. And it also makes you feel good when you get it bang on.
Spread the filling evenly across the dough, making sure to get all the way to the edges.
You imagine once that sugar's melted, along with the butter and the cocoa and the coffee and the chocolate. I know you can taste it in your mouth. I want to make sure that those swirls are lovely and tight, so when I cut into them, you see that gorgeous swirl. Like imagine you had people over to stay, they could be in bed and you could have this in and out of the oven within, what, 45 minutes?
Cut the dough into 9 equal pieces.
So if you just push it with the chubby part of your hand like that, and then all the kind of dough and the coffee and the sugar and the chocolate all kind of stick together.
Place them into a greased cake tin.
They look like they're not going to fit, but they will.
Brush with milk and pop into an oven at 180 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes.
So these have been out of the oven for about 10 minutes, and look at them, you can still see the swirls, but where they've baked, they've gone lovely and golden. So these aren't finished yet. What they need is a sticky, sweet icing.
For the icing, mix together 2 tablespoons of boiling water and 2 of espresso powder.
Give that a little mix.
Next, add a tablespoon of butter and 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. Mix until you have a thick coffee-flavoured icing.
And now to that, I'm going to add 125 grams of icing sugar. Ooh, straight in. So you want to mix that till you've got a lovely, smooth, glossy coffee icing. Oh my God, I could drink that. I'm not going to though. So now, to put my icing on top of my swirls. Cover it enough so you've got little bits of that icing kind of running through all the swirls. And that is done. There's no being polite here. You have to get your fingers straight in and then tear it straight out. I've got coffee and breakfast all in one. Serve this for breakfast, and they're definitely staying for lunch.